Hello, everyone. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever time in the world you're in. This is Carla from Rehan Allahwala's World of Connection. And I am here to speak today with sanjoy, sachdev, who is in New Delhi, India. Remember, like all of my shows, we are sponsored by the Institute of Peace, which is an online organization promoting peace one conversation at a time. Sanjoy, can you please introduce yourself? Tell us about your family and where you're from, please.
We at the Love Commandos believe that peace is the most important need of the hour on the earth. The entire universe needs one thing, common thing for each and every creature, and that is peace. That is where we respect and regard Institute for Peace for the motive, for the initiative taken by them for universal peace. And in that scenario, I'm here with you to speak, to discuss in people to people dialogue on the subject that love shall prevail, peace shall prevail, and definitely once the peace takes over all the things on the earth, there shall be prosperity everywhere.
Um, okay. Sorry. Do you have, are you married with a family?
Yes, I'm with a family. Right now, I'm speaking to you from my family home. I have a wife, two sons, two daughters. My father is there to bless us. My brother is there. Then my colleagues are there at our shelters where we treat the love couples as our children. Thousands of love couples all over India are there who treat us as their parents and we treat them as our children. So Love Commandos family in itself is a very huge family and it is always growing.
How do you live in a joint family or in a separate family?
No, my family is a, if I speak about my personal family, it is a combined family as I just explained, but much more. The Love Commandos family, where I generally live at the shelters or at such places, is again a huge family, having large number of love couples there, believers of love there, members of our core team there, everybody there, and interacting only and only for love, love, because love shall ensure peace.
Okay, you mentioned the three commandos. Can you explain that to me a little more so I understand it?
Love Commandos is the only national organization working to save lives from killing or violence in the name of so-called honor. As you know, the countries in Indian subcontinent, be it India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Nepal, Bhutan, and alike, have a problem, which, though I don't agree with that word, but it is commonly said honor crimes, honor killings, or honor violence. I don't think there is any honor in killing or violence, but it is mentioned like that. That is killing young couples in love. Now, this entire universe is made out of love. If there is no love, then this universe will liquidate, it will end. Love is nature, but there are people. who oppose love and lovers. We have to keep the lives of innocent and harmless young lovers safe. And with that motive, our organization works. Though we are always under deaths and threats, we need support from each and every believer of love on the earth. Even you, even others can come forward and contribute whatever they can. But at the same time, we want moral support from everybody so that we can ensure world peace in the long run. Because if love is there, peace is there. If there is no love, no peace can return, no peace can come on there. Love and peace are coexistent. That's why Institute for Peace helps us in motivating people, reaching people, and we appreciate them because they speak for peace. They don't speak for hatred. They don't speak for violence. We are against the violence, they are against the violence. With one motive, one goal, I thank Rehan Allahwala for that, for introducing me to you and many others, so that the message can reach as far as possible. And we request the viewers, the listeners, to keep sharing it also, so that it can reach more people. Your message, my message, message of Institute of Peace, the more it reaches, the more it will transform the heart, the more there shall be peace on the earth, and the world shall become a very beautiful place for everybody.
Why do you think people are unable to share peace with each other, to share love?
The issue is how to share love. But here in India, in Pakistan, in Bangladesh, the fundamentalists, the caste councils, clan councils, religious councils, and many more people oppose relationship between a major boy and girl. I don't know why. What interest do they have in their personal lives? Because love is their personal right. Everyone's personal right. But there are people who oppose, and we oppose such people to ensure that the lovers get their lawful rights.
So, how can we help people understand that love is the basis of life?
Can you just repeat?
How can we help people begin to understand that love is the basis of life?
See, each and every human being has a heart, and every heart has a love. No, it depends upon each and every person how much he thinks about love. But generally, in the age of youth, the law of attraction is there, natural natural law is there, other things are there, and people fall in love. Once they fall in love, they face stiff opposition from opponents of love, and that is when they reach us. They can reach us on our email, where they generally reach helpline@lovecommandos.org. Many fill forms online from our website www.lovecommandos.org. And likewise, there are people mainly from India, but there are people where one partner is from India, the other partner is from any other part of the world. And we have been helping them, we have helped them, and we shall continue to help.
Why are people so afraid of a love marriage as opposed to an arranged marriage?
Very beautiful question. The international law nowhere mentions marriage by arrangement. The national law in all these countries nowhere mentions marriage by arrangement. Arranging a marriage, what does that mean? Ar- Does not that amount to trading a human being? You are arranging someone for marriage. Why? Why shall anyone arrange? Marriage has to be with choice, and choice must have love. Now, if you arrange a marriage for someone, you cannot inject love into such people. It is very difficult. Sometimes that may happen, but generally that cannot. And there are people who insist upon having marriages by arrangement or arranged marriages. But we don't agree to this concept because the word law, the International Declaration of Human Rights, clearly says that there shall be marriages and dissolution of marriages by choice only. That means there cannot be any marriage with arrangement, but the powers that may be in the Indian subcontinent countries are always silent on the issue. The law everywhere supports marriages by choice, marriages by love. But when it comes to implementation, the marriages by arrangement takes over the thing. The youth need to come out. The believers of love world over need to come in support of the youth who stand for love, who are in committed love. That's where the need for love commandos came. When we started, we never thought that it would be such a hilarious job and we will be able to do that. But as we will be completing 10 years on the coming 7, in all this journey we have learned that this problem is very huge, not only in India, but not only limited to Indian subcontinent, but people living in this Indian subcontinent who have migrated to USA, UK, Germany, Australia, or other parts of the world have taken this disease with them there. Honor crimes are taking place there. It is shocking and needs to be controlled, needs to be taken care of.
How did the tradition of arranged marriages begin?
See, if we go by the Indian religion or Hindu religion, the first intercaste love couple was Lord Shiva and Goddess Parvati. Lord Shiva was an ogre, which means scheduled caste of today, and Goddess Parvati was a Brahmin, daughter of a king. The parents of both were opposed. At that time, there was no love commandos to support them even. They went on moving, crossed Jammu, crossed Udhampur, lived in a cave, which is called Shuddh Mahadev now. Then they went to a pond, got landed each other, and became husband and wife. But even after that, the believers of gods and goddesses are not accepting love, not accepting lovers. Radha and Krishna were boyfriend and girlfriend, and they are worshipped like that. Ram and Sita. It was Swambar, means the girl will decide who will be my husband. That was marriage with choice. We worship them all. But when it comes to our homes, our families, we close our eyes and start demanding marriages by arrangement. because there is an industry behind arranged marriages. Sellers of cars and motorcycles, sellers of clothes, caterers, and all those involved in trading of marriage items, be it blankets, be it more. So that financial lobby, I believe, all because that lobby's existence creates dowry. Love marriages eradicate the social evil of dowry from the system because it is only the boy and girl who have agreed to marry. So then there is no question of trading in the name of dowry. That's why this business lobby, because they feel that they will be at losses if there is a general practice of love marriages. From there, I think this opposition started, and it has reached each and every place in our countries. It has become a tradition. Law never supports marriage by arrangement, but traditionally, what the people are doing. That is why we feel that there is need for love commandos to reach each and every corner of all these countries, have teams of youth who could raise their voice against these social evils. Arranged marriage is not a single social evil. There are many linked social evils. The day it is abolished, the day we are able to eliminate it from the society, we will see a large number of social evils are gone. Even if you go to the number of suicides, parents of many girls commit suicide mainly either for arranging dowry as a field or because they got indebted due to huge dowry given to the girl and they are unable to pay back and they kill themselves. So this arranged marriage is a inhuman thing also. It is taking lives of innocent and harmless parents even. That's why we say let us all unite. Let us take up this voice from each and every nook and corner. Come in open support of love commandos and love couples so that they get justice, they get their justified rights, and at the same time, we are able to save lives of those parents who are committing suicides due to social evil.
Is Love Command as an organization that you created?
Not only me, it is a team of people that created. Now, in our organization, we have the world known figure of love who married his own wife 6 times and made a world record, Harsh Malhotra. We have our commando coordinator, Sonu Rangi, with us. We have Mr. Rajesh, we have Mr. Sunil Sagar, we have expert commando Govinda, who has undertaken many rescue operations. And then there is a huge team of volunteers all over the country. But even then, I don't think it is sufficient. We need more and more people to join. We wish to cross borders, love beyond borders, like in Sweden. A Swedish personality helps doctors beyond borders. He helps us also. Likewise, we want there should be love beyond borders. Because love has to be people to people. These boundaries only create confusion and wars. Once these boundaries get eliminated, at least there will be no war in the name of boundaries. Everybody on the earth will be free to go anywhere. There may remain systems of governance, but that doesn't mean that you keep the citizens or people in the cages of your own country. Let them interact with the world, entire world. Let people to people dialogue, heart to heart dialogue. Be strengthened. The more it is strengthened, the more fraternity will grow. The more emotions will grow. The more aspirations will grow for progress, peace, and prosperity.
I know of friends of mine who are Indian and have had arranged marriages. Some of them work, some of them don't. Why do you think that some work? Do you think there's some love that that's created as they live with each other, or
You mentioned the word rift. If we go by the records of National Crime Records Bureau, there are huge number of cases of matrimonial disputes in the Indian courts. And shockingly, over 98% of these cases are from arranged marriages. That clearly means that love marriages are more successful, more powerful, because in love marriage, both know each other from earlier stages. So there are fewer and lesser chances of a rift. But when a marriage has been arranged by people, not by themselves, it has been arranged by other people. They don't know each other. They don't understand each other. Don't understand each other's feelings, needs, requirements, thinking, and generally there are different ways between both, and that is where the rift comes. That's why we say the more love marriages will take place, there will be lesser disintegration of families. As a family unit, love is the basic need. But to start it with arrangement and then think of having love is ridiculous. Let the universe think that love is the basic need, basic requirement of each and every family unit, be it a small family, be it a long family, big family, what?
I totally agree with you. I don't know if I could ever handle an arranged marriage, but yet there are people who will argue have an arranged marriage. That way, you know it'll last because you make that commitment. And I don't understand how someone can say that. I've had
Exceptions are,
many conversations with people about this.
yeah, yeah. Who exceptions are there everywhere in every society, and these have been existing there in all the ages. Had there been no exception, then why could have people discussed about these people? Yes, there can be exceptions, but everybody cannot become an exception. If everybody starts becoming an exception, then where will be the exception?
True. But is it true that some arranged marriages do end up very nicely, or is it more or less the love marriages do better than the arranged marriages?
As I just said, there are exceptions everywhere. Some arranged marriages are successful, but all arranged marriages are not successful. That's why I mentioned the figure of National Crime Records Bureau, which means that all arranged marriages are not successful. Rather, there are more disputes. There are reasons of disputes because they don't know each other earlier. The difference of liking, the difference of understanding, the difference of behavior, many things come. But if they know each other from a little earlier, maybe 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, such misunderstanding and problems can not exist to the level where these are existing. And in today's materialistic world, arranged marriages are getting more disturbed due to these things because everyone thinks that one needs more time, one needs more resources, one needs more layer, and the life gets stuck, and then it becomes disruptive. Whereas in love marriages, because both know each other's liking, disliking from before, the number of disputes, the chances of disputes are much lesser. There used to be a time when there were lesser love marriages, but now, with too much of technology, with Facebook, Twitter, everything opening up, boys and girls interacting with each other, because that is natural. That attraction has always been existing. But now the opportunities to interact are more. When opportunities to interact are more, more people will fall in love. Then facing resistance to love becomes a problem for them, for their career, for their life, for their thinking, for their progress. That's why we feel that the world needs another part of the UN, the International Commission for Protection of Lovers' Rights, so that that international commission can take care of problems of lovers world over. The problems are not limited to Indian subcontinent. Recently, a girl was killed in Indonesia. There have been killings and violence in the name of so-called honor in many parts of the world. There is a no forced marriage unit in America because forced marriages are taking place. That's why such a unit has come into existence. Forced marriage means a marriage against the love relationship or marriage against individual's choice. Definitely, it is right time that the powers in the world arise because the world is sitting on a volcano. The day the youth all over the world come out on the streets with the slogans of love revolution, and nobody will be able to stop it. And that day is in the air. I know love revolution is in the air. Just wait. Any day you will find huge number of people, huge number of youngsters all over the world on the streets to protect the right of love of other young people.
I do agree about love marriages. I'm just playing devil's advocate to get more out of you on it. Um, how do you think we can get rid of the arranged marriage so it no longer exists?
I would like to recall our former Prime Minister, Chaudhry Charan Singh. When he was a member of Parliament, he wrote a letter to the then Prime Minister Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, pleading for reservation, 100% reservation in government services for the people undertaking intercaste, interreligious marriages. And that's where he thought that in some generations our country could get rid of these problems in the name of caste and religious fundamentalism. But that law was not amended, his wishes could not be honored for any reason. We need a word. We need a word order to promote love and love marriages because once there are only love marriages, there are only marriages by choice, the disputes will reduce. Violence starts from domestic violence and it reaches the violence at borders. So the backbone of violence, the domestic violence, if it is curtailed, if it is stopped, then slowly we can stop violence at the borders. Then it will be love at the borders, love beyond borders.
And the world will
We
be.
need to, we need to enlighten. We can't force love marriages on the society or the people, but we need to enlighten people. Look, it is right of these young boys and women, young boys and girls, to choose a life partner for themselves. Let them live the way they want. Let them marry the way they want. Don't speak about caste, color, religion, because I believe opposition to lovers is also a sort of racism which commonly exists in the countries of Indian subcontinent. When the world is today fighting against racism, the voice should also come up against this sort of racism. Lovers are facing a sort of racism. They don't get houses on rent. That means they are socially boycotted. We need to raise our voice. The world will not remain shy or mum for long. The voices will come. Maybe in our life, maybe after that. But yes, there shall be love everywhere on the earth one day.
That would be really nice. And hopefully that will happen in our lifetime.
I had heard an old thing when I was student. Ho 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 Chi Minh, we shall fight, we shall win. We are fighting for love. We are pleading for love. We are requesting for love. And we know love shall be victorious.
Do you have any last words to leave our audience with?
Know thyself, presume not God to scan. Proper study of mankind is man. Study each and every mankind deep into one's heart. Every heart is ringing bells of love. Accept that, honor that, and let us move for a new world order, the love order.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for spending some time with me. And I want to thank our audience for being a part of coming in with me. And this will end our conversation. I hope you're happy with it.
Thank you, Carla. And I would request each and everyone to visit www.lovecommandos.org. And if their heart feels to contribute, they can find the ways there. We look forward to you and all your listeners and everyone on the earth.
Thank you. And
Thank
with
you.
that, I want to remind people that this show was sponsored by the Institute of Peace, which is an online organization creating peace, one conversation at a time. Thank you so very much, Sanjoy, and let's wave goodbye.
Wow.
Bye.